Warning, Hebrews Toys Reviews is not intended for children. It is for adult collectors and the people over the age of 18.
Hello everybody, Hebrew77 here, and I'm keeping it real stupid. No, I'm just joking. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. With all the controversy surrounding Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, need I say more? Today I thought I'd do something a little different. It's been a little while since I've reviewed the Mego series, and I think I've done a few reviews on, I think it was the Cheers Mego series figures, and today we will be talking about the horror series from Mego, and the first figure from the horror series from Mego I will be reviewing is Teen Wolf. You know, Teen Wolf has always been a favorite movie of mine, and it's something we will be talking about here today on Heroes Toy Review. But first, here's a little history on Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is a 1985 film, which at the time, Back to the Future was in the process of filming, and Michael J. Fox was, in fact, still working on Family Ties. And it was directed by Ron Daniel, one of the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest comedy movies of that year, until Back to the Future came out, of course. But it's about a teenager who becomes a werewolf, and then later, of course, spoiler alerts, 30 years later, spoiler alerts, finds out that it's actually in his family blood because his father is also a werewolf. I mean, you take the premise of the show, or the movie, I mean, you think about a teenager and all the problems that teenagers face, you know, going through puberty and dating and relationship problems, friendship problems, and on top of and peer pressure problems, and add on top of the element that you are a werewolf, and you've got yourself one hell of a movie, my friends. One hell of a movie. And believe it or not, it's actually sort of a remake. That's right, there was a movie called I Was a Teenage Werewolf, starring Michael Landon as the lead, and that movie, I think, was more serious in tone, although there was, I'm sure, some comedy in it. I haven't seen the movie, but I've read the premise and the synopsis, and I think that also dealt with a lot of teenage issues as well. So yeah, I think it could have been a comedy / horror type movie at that time. You know, it was in the 50s, or in the 50s and 60s, when all the, you know, the horror movies, the original horror movies were coming out, and they were kind of cheesy science fiction movies at that time. And then on top of Teen Wolf, you had Teen Wolf 2, which was a sequel that didn't have any of the original cast except for Michael J. Fox's, well, the guy who played his father in the movie came back. I think he was the only returning cast member. The main guy in this movie was Jason Bateman, which is kind of cool because when you think about it, there are ties in the Michael J. Fox tie universe with Family Ties, because Jason Bateman, of course, his sister is Justine Bateman, and in this movie, instead of a basketball star, he plays a a boxing star, so it's kind of weird. The whole movie, I just didn't like it. It didn't have the feel the original. The comedy just wasn't there. It was just, to me, not worth watching. And then, of course, there was a cartoon called Teen Wolf, which as a kid I really liked, but I don't think it holds up very well today. And of course, on top of a cartoon of Teen Wolf, you also had Back to the Future cartoon, which I'm not really sure how that was because I never watched that one as a kid. And then back in, I don't know, a few years ago, 2018 or 2016 or something like that, you had a TV series on MTV called Teen Wolf, and it was more serious. It was like a serious drama or something like that. That one sucked. Don't watch that one. Watch the original movie. Now on with the review. Now with that history out of the way, on with the review. Okay, well, sorry this isn't the usual setting, but what the heck else was I going to do? Plus, I wanted to get over the sound of my air conditioning unit. So we're in my bedroom now, and here you are. This is the 8-inch action figure, and yes, it does say action figure from Mego with 14 points of articulation. It is Teen Wolf from the horror series. And you got to be 17 plus to collect these things, so not sure why that is. But anyway, you got Michael J. Fox here as Teen Wolf, and as you can see, he's got the jacket from his team, the Beavers, and then of course he's got something underneath there, the blue jeans, the shoes, and of course the Teen Wolf look of the werewolf. Now, one thing I wish they would have came with this figure would be sunglasses and the Walkman, which is featured, by the way, on the back of this. As you can see, here's a still photo from the actual movie itself. Those would have been great accessories to come with. Sorry, my fingernails are a bit long right now. Maybe I'm turning into a werewolf. But as you can see, World of the Great Mego, and this is the Monsters series. And the other thing I would like to say is I do hope that this toy line continues on. I would love to get some of the other figures. It'd be nice if they had a Styles, I think it's Styles figure, as well as maybe, what was her name, Boofy or Boof, or something to that effect. I always say it wrong, but such a nice figure. I'm probably going to keep him in the package, unlike what I did with my Cheers Mego figures. And here's a Woody from Cheers. The other thing I would like to suggest from Mego is that they come out with the Michael J. Fox version of this before he became the Wolf. That would be kind of cool, although it probably won't happen since that's probably not as marketable as the Wolfman himself. However, what would be kind of cool is if they came out with the Family Ties series, and then you could then just take your Michael J. Fox and put these clothes on him. You know, I'm not sure why you'd want to do that. Or if you had two of these, then you could do it that way. But anyway, that's pretty much the end of the review. That's all I have to say about this. The original movie was cool, awesome. I loved it as a kid. As I mentioned in the history, there was a cartoon out, not so great, but there was a Teen Wolf cartoon, and there was a Back to the Future cartoon, which I'm sure I mentioned in the history of all of this. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this review. What else can I say? He's a great looking recreation of Teen Wolf. He's got a big cheesy smile on his face, though. I don't know what that's all about, but I guess it's better than him snarling. It's so strange, though. They would label this the horror. The horror, oh yeah, oh. Kids are going to be confused by this, and they'll go look up the movie and realize this isn't a horror film at all. But anyway, yeah, that does it. Well, what a review that was. And I got to tell you, as I said in the review, never really been a huge fan of, the werewolf, the whole werewolf mythology or anything like that. But boy, Teen Wolf was just one of those movies that when I was a little kid, I really tuned into it. And even though they've tried to bring it back in various media and stuff like that, MTV did a really horrible attempt at a reboot. I think they tried to make it a serious series, a drama series. I think that took place after the whole Twilight thing was happening, so they decided to take it in a whole new different direction, and it just sort of went sideways, and it was horrible. You want to watch Teen Wolf, watch the original Teen Wolf. That's where it's at. And until next time, remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. Is there a full moon out? Oh my God, it's already started! Oh! Oh wait, no. That chest hair's always been there. Never mind. See you next time.